Perfect. Go. You're on.
Okay. Hello, you caught me. I was just cutting one last piece of paper and you caught me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. I hope that you are having a great week and I am excited to create with you tonight. My name is Shannon Smith. I am the Inspiration Team Director for Brutus Monroe, and we do this every Friday almost. And I'm glad that you're here with me. Hello, Anne Marie. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Beverly. I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. We'll give people just a couple minutes to pop on while I just kind of make sure I've got everything here, which I think I do. And we may have to improvise just a little bit because I have everything but a sentiment. So I'm kind of thinking what sentiment we might want to use. Hello, Tina. Hello, Valencia. Thank you for joining tonight, you guys. Has anybody done anything extra ordinary this week? Anything fun?
Donna says hi. Anna Marie says hi.
I didn't see Donna pop on. Hello, Donna. Oh, is that because it's the... Nope, I just didn't see it.
Beverly says hi.
There you are, Donna. I see it now.
Elizabeth says hi.
Yep, I caught them. All right, I think we should get started. So I am going to create a very die-focused project tonight. And I wanted to play, there's so many awesome dies at Brutus Monroe. I think we have some pretty amazing dies. And I might be just a little biased because Darren really creates a lot of those. And thankfully, he lets me tell him what I want sometimes. But we do have a lot of amazing dies. Hello, Christina. Hello, Donna. We've got all three Donnas. Hello, Donna C. So I am going to create with, I'm going to just mess up what I did so you can't have too much of a preview of what we're doing.
Tina says she can't wait to meet you at Straight Ending.
Oh, Tina, I can't wait either. I'm so excited. I can hardly wait. I'm counting down days here pretty quick.
Christina as well. Looking forward to meeting you.
Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad. I can't wait to meet you either, Christina. Okay, so I'm going to be using several die sets. So I'm going to tell you what I'm using first, and then I'll tell you again as I'm using it. But Hi, Candy. How are you? All right, so I am using the Fabulous Florals, which is one of my favorites. One of like the greatest basic floral sets you could ask for. I'm going to be using the Poppy Flowers. This one is new. It's a new release this month. The Fabulous Florals has been around for a while, but it's a great staple. It's kind of one of those almost evergreen type products. And then the Garden Trellis, which released with our spring release. And this is really a great die. I'm going to show you a new way to use it tonight. And I'm going to use our, we always love to use our circle foundation dies. Everybody needs a set of circle foundation dies, right? And I was going to use Stay Rooted Darren, but I didn't. I may still, but I haven't yet. So, and then the picnic basket dies, which are so much fun. And I'm going to show you something that you can do with this as well. So we're going to create not a picnic basket, but we are going to use the baskets, and we're going to use flowers from the Fabulous Florals, and from the Poppy Flowers, we're going to use the leaves, and we're going to use flowers from the Garden Trellis set. So we're just going to build some really pretty, just fun and fresh looking flower baskets. So I'm going to make a 6x6 card because I want lots of room to play. And I have a piece of paper here. I haven't put it on yet. I don't know. We might just do it right away so that it's out of the way. But this paper is from the Springtime Paper Collection. And this is one of my favorites. This is such a cute set. And really, when it was designed, a lot of what it was designed around was the really cute bird houses and birds stamps that we have, and I believe that there's still some in stock, so hurry and grab those because they are so cute. Look at these little worms. Aren't those the best? And then you've got your little raindrops and just this cute little floral, just lots of cute ones in here. I love these little chicken scratches. And just as a shout out, we also have this amazing summer break paper pad. I'm not using it tonight, but look at all of the fun prints that you can get in this. I'm going to turn it over because you can see them all on this one grid. This one's one of my favorites. You've got your little shades, you've got your sun rays, you've got leaves, you've got ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, your picnic print, and you've got that in purple and a smaller print as well. And then you've got some burgers over here. You've got your clouds, you've got your water, you've got your watermelon, you've got your grass. So this is another fun set. And then also this one is a really good one. This is a good basic to have because it'll go for so many things, but this is called Vintage Patio. And it's got so many fun, just retro looking prints. And it reminds me of the little bricks that were the wall of my neighbor's house that had a pool. And also it just reminds me of vintage swim trunks and just fun, just prints. So definitely check those out. Okay. Who said hi? Kate. I'm looking for her. There you are. Hi, Kate. How are you? Welcome. Okay. So let's just go ahead and put this on because I don't think it's going to matter if we do this ahead of time. Look how cute this side is with these little bird nests. I just love it. And it's a really happy paper pad. I like the cherry papers. Gosh, this is blending right into my mat. Well, hi, Nikki. How are you? Hi, Lisa. Welcome. All right. Hopefully I'll remember to keep my pen in between gluing tonight. I'm always terrible about that. If I can even get it back in the bottle. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to stick that in the center as best I can. And I think we'll probably end up going this way. We're going to go this way because it is a little off center, but it's a little less obvious the other way. So we'll do it this way. That settles that. Let's set that to the side for a minute. And let's talk about the picnic basket dies. So the picnic basket dies, you can see all of these darling dies. You've got your hamburger, you've got your ketchup and your spatula. And so I did that. I cut this out so that I could have a little more depth. I'm not going to use the handles because really this is going to be covered by flowers anyway. So you've got these 3 layering pieces that work really great. But I thought, okay, I want to do a second basket. But first let's glue this one together and then I'll show you what I did for the second basket because I wanted 2 very different looking from each other baskets. So do any of you guys do a lot of gardening? My brother is amazing at creating beautiful flower beds. And he's also really great at taking pictures of them. He's a great photographer. I have black thumbs, I think, if that's a thing, because they're the kiss of death, I think. I have tried several times to grow plants in my yard, and it doesn't matter where I live. It's me. It's not even where I live. It's just that I'm just not, it's not my thing.
Lisa says hi.
Oh, Tina, thank you for pointing that out. And Lisa, I did say hello to Lisa, but I'll say hi again because hi, Lisa. No, it's all good. I appreciate you keeping me on task, Darren. Okay. So again, I'm not really worried about this part because it's going to be covered anyway. So we've got our basket base for one of our baskets. So we'll just kind of start lining things up a little bit. So that'll probably go somewhere about right here, maybe. We shall see. So now I want to show you what my thought was for this second basket. And it's kind of an experiment because I haven't actually done it yet. I did part of it, and so I'll show you that first. So I have a different weave for this basket, and I did different colors because, like I said, I wanted to have a different basket type. So what I did was I just had a piece of white scrap. It's probably sitting here, yeah. And I just cut that out with my garden trellis die. And then I just took this die and cut it out from this. And that is a great way to get more mileage out of your dies. And don't be afraid to play and see all the different things you can do. There's always so many things you can do with them. Okay, so we are going to glue that on first. I love that Bearly Art Glue has that fine nozzle. I would be really lost without it. Oh, you're going to Pennsylvania for vacation. That sounds fun. Thank you, Tina. That's awesome. Donna, I can see you wanting to have a vegetable garden. Donna is an amazing cook, and she uses lots of vegetables in her cooking. Okay, so I wasn't quite sure what to do with this. So this part may still be an experiment, but I don't want this to be another just square basket. I want to do something a little different. So I thought I would take my circle die, and I'm going to do this kind of down just a little bit past the center. And we're going to cut that out. We have a round basket. So let's see what that does. Bear with me. I have to walk away for a second just to cut that out. But I'm really still here. Okay. So let's see what we have. Now be careful when you peel off the tape, because it might try to take your paper. So go slow, or use something different than I did. Oh, it is going to tear off some of it. That's okay. Our flowers will probably cover it up anyway. All right, so look, now we have a whole different basket just from that simple couple of steps. So now this is going to be probably a little long. So I think what we can do is we can put it on, and then I just need to figure out, I know I have like I'm going to see if I can find my corner rounder so that I can just round up that edge. I'm not sure how it will work because, like I said, it's an experiment, but that seems like it could work. And if not, we'll just take it and put a flower there. And we might have to anyway because I am not sure what I did with that. So, oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit. And let's see what happens if we kind of just stick that in our corner rounder. Well, that's not terrible. And really, unless you're really looking, you probably wouldn't notice too much. But I will probably still put a flower on part of it because I didn't cut it very evenly. So that's all good. Do I have tiny brads? I have tiny brads, which would work great if I was using the little handles. Do you mean me personally, or do you mean do we carry them in the store? Oh, so I kind of didn't center that. Okay. So now we've got 2 baskets to work with, and that gives us 2 totally different looks. Just notice the suns in the summer pack look familiar. Oh, I hadn't noticed that. Oh, thanks, Anne Marie. You're so sweet. You know, it's just paper. That's what I always have to remind myself too, is, you know, this is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be a place where you can just do some new things and play, and you're not too deep into it when you're just playing with the paper. So it's definitely fun, and I definitely love to get all I can out of my purchases. All right, so I think it might be easiest if we start by just going ahead and putting our basket right on the card base. And I'm just debating now on whether I want, no, I think I'm just going to put it flat on there. I was deciding if I wanted foam squares behind it, but I think I'm going to just put the foam squares on the front one. Okay, so we'll put that about right here, I think. Okay, and let's do the flowers for that one first, and then we'll do the other one. So I just cut out a ton of flowers. So these little vines are from the Garden Trellis set, as well as the little ivy leaves that go with it. There's 2 different choices of leaves that come with this set, and they are so fun to play with. There are the ivy leaves, and then there's these little just kind of more traditional, I guess we call it traditional. I don't know what a traditional leaf is. There's so many leaves in this world, right? And so maybe what we'll do for these is I'm just going to go ahead and glue all of them on. And we may cut down our vines to work with our arrangement, but I'm going to give them a little time to just dry on our little vines so that they'll be easier to work with. So that's what we're going to do first. Me personally, oh, I have brads. I think I've been doing this a long time, so I would be surprised if I didn't have something. I still have eyelets galore. I'm sure, tiny brads somewhere in my crazy, scary craft room. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Nikki made over 40 cards in 6 weeks for a lady that wasn't specific, only to find out she wants 25 at the most. Oh, I hope that you can maybe sell the other ones, Nikki. If not, you are set on your family's cards for the year, right? Okay, almost have this together. And like I said, we'll probably cut that down just to kind of place it wherever and place different pieces of it. I mean, even that would probably be, oh, I'm already excited. I can't wait to put this together. Okay, so now we'll just do the same thing with our other one. And I think it's just easier to glue all the backs at the same time. This is one of my favorite ways to use up scraps too. I love to just do some die cutting, and I know Candy will make things and just store, even if she's not making a project, she'll just store like colored items and stuff like that. And you could definitely do the same thing with your die cuts. I'll do that too. If there's a punch I use often, then I will sometimes use up some scraps with that. But I have definitely gotten more picky about how many scraps and what size scraps that I'll save, because whoosh, they can get out of control really fast for me. Okay, so we've got 2 of these to deal with right now, 2 of them to work with, I should say. So then let's see what else we've got. So for this basket, I wanted to use these little purple guys, and this is one of my favorite dyes in the Fabulous Florals, just because it's a little different, and it just is a good filler, and it just gives a different it makes your arrangements a little bit more dynamic. I just like that it just is that little extra something. You know what I mean? So I think I'll put those on last, actually, now that I think about it. But let's grab these. These blossoms are from, these blooms, I should say, are also from the Fabulous Florals. And we're going to layer those with this little guy, which I can't remember now. I should have written that down. Let me look. Hang on one sec. Those ones are from, yes, the Fabulous Florals. We are going to use some from the trellis set as well in just a few minutes. So I created 3 of these because I always like to have, I was going to do 2, but I thought with this basket being as large as it is, it would be good to do 3. But I'd like to kind of make sure that we have, I'm trying to put what is in my brain into words. And because I'm live, I'm struggling with that. Just so that it's not just all symmetrical. Because symmetrical is boring, I think, sometimes. So I'm just going to kind of play as we go a little bit to get a feel of where we're going with it. And so we'll put 2 of those on one side. Okay, so there's the beginning. And maybe we'll cut this in half. Then we can have some over here. We can put a few over here. And don't be surprised if I end up taking some of this out, because I always end up having to simplify because I get a little carried away with how many I cut out. So we shall see how many fit. Because sometimes you have to remember, sometimes less is more. And figuring that out isn't always easy. But we are going to do our best. So let's kind of move those around. Okay, I'm kind of liking that right now. So now we're going to take these little guys, and we'll just kind of add them randomly. I just wanted to add just a little bit of blue just to give us a little color change in there. So we'll probably do something like that. And then we've got those go on that side. We have these darker leaves that we can stick in there, but I'm kind of wondering if they should go on the other side. Let's see, maybe we'll just do 2 of those. So we'll do 1 here. I don't want them to overpower the rest of our arrangement. We might even just do 1 of that one. And then we've got 1 more thing of flowers. We'll do these little daisies. Thank you. Thank you, Donna. Let's do 1 right there. And then we've got these little guys that can either go on the tops, or we can add them to, oh, that's what I was doing with that one. Okay, we'll just do like maybe something like that. And maybe we can add, I think that's enough. I think any more than that is too much. So now the big trick is just getting them all glued on. So bear with me for a second. And let's see if I can remember how I did that, because I'll probably end up doing a whole nother one again. But we kind of have an idea where we're going with it at least, right? Okay, so let me get the greens on there. All right. And we'll get our ones that are a little higher in there. Thank you, Candy, for that reminder. All right. Maybe it'd just be easier if I do the leaves, right? Instead of trying to do that little tiny thing. I love how you can just kind of learn as you go along sometimes. Okay. And I'm just going to, oh, still not sticking down yet. Like I said, these are kind of random, but I wanted that little extra pop of color. Can't tell which side is which. Oh, this is the side now. And of course it was the other side. That's okay. All right, so now let's put our last kind of leaves in there. I think I'll move that down just a little. Okay. Is this glued on there like that? I didn't put that in the center very well. Okay, that's better. All right, so let's put a flower over here, a flower right there. And I am going to use some foam for the flowers, I think, just to make it so that they're not just so flat. We want to add a little bit of dimension to it. So I'm just using little mini foam squares. I don't know that I put them exactly in the same places actually, but I had the basic idea, and so hopefully it is close enough that it all works. All right, so this little guy will move over here, and I'm going to tuck it behind that leaf a little bit just to make it look a little bit more, again, dynamic. So let's put one of those there. And I was going to put two on this side, but I think it might look better to have them spread out a little bit more. I'm thinking more like that. And so then we'll put this one on. You know what, Donna, I have definitely done that before. I definitely have taken pictures with my phone to remember how I placed it. All right, so how do we want to have these guys? Let's see. And I do think I may still take a couple of these. Oh, that wasn't actually glued on. I'm kind of glad because I want to move it right there. I think I may take a couple of things out. Let's see if, I don't know. Let's see. That might, yeah, that's pretty well balanced. Let's go with that. Trying to slide it underneath. There we go. Okay.
Don't this depressed, remember where to put it all.
Yep, we just talked about that.
I know, I wasn't sure. Just checking. I lost sound for a second. So.
It's all good. Let's see. I wonder if we could fit. These are pretty big for that, but let's see. Let's see if it's really noticeable if we use one. I think we'll have to cut it a little bit. Let's just cut off all the corners because I think that this one needs a little bit of dimension. Let's see if that works. Yep, I think we can get away with that. And I think that's important. When you're putting together some flowers, it does look better if you have them going, some of them with the foam squares, some of them glued straight to the paper. Just because, like I said, it gives you more dimension, more depth to your project. All right. Okay, we are ready to go on to our other basket. So we've got our little round one now. And I think maybe we'll put it down about right there. So I am going to use foam on this one. Now, if you want even more dimension, you can use foam on your back one and then just, you can layer your foam squares. I mean, obviously you need to take the little backer off first, but yeah, if, you know, don't be afraid to get even more dimension. I think 3 is probably good. Okay. So we'll put that maybe right there. So it's already given us a little bit more dimension, which I really like. So now let's assemble some of our flowers so we can kind of get those situated first. Hopefully we have enough flowers because I was thinking it was going to be smaller at the top, but I kept the brim a little bit wider so it gave us a little bit more room to work. So we'll see how it works out. It'll be an experiment for all of us.
Are those flowers from Garden Trellis?
Now these flowers are from Fabulous Florals again. I'm telling you, that set is stacked. It's got a ton in it. Thinking maybe we start right there. And the leaves, these leaves were from Fabulous Florals as well. And these are really great. I love all the movement that you get in these. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, these flowers are from the Garden Trellis. And this little die looks like this. And it is also from Garden Trellis. And I took the centers, and that's what these little guys are. But we're going to use this, which is from the Fabulous Florals, and put that in the center, and then put this over the top. So we can have 3 colors on our flower. And I'm grateful that this glue dries clear because I totally over glued that. Okay, so that'll go somewhere in here. We'll stay right there for now. And then we'll do, there's 2 more of those. Hopefully I've got one last. Of course, I knew I would lose at least one piece in all of this. So far I'm doing pretty good, but I think I lost one of, no, they're both there. Woo! That is amazing. I don't dare speak too soon, but so far so good, keeping track of the little bits. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish putting those on there, and then you can see we've got that outline that just goes right around it and gives us the 3 colors. And you could make them look like little pansies. I went with something that I don't think really exists in nature, but you know, I'm constantly amazed at what actually does exist in nature. There's so many just glorious flowers and just fish. I mean, it's amazing this world that we live in. To get all philosophical on you now, right? It is, though. If you take a moment and just pause and look at the things in this world, it's amazing. Okay, so now I wanted this one to have some bigger leaves. So I wanted to use some of the leaves from the poppies. And this set's really fun because it comes with, let's see, I have 4, I think, here. So it has like 6 leaves. So you can cut them all out at the same time, which is kind of nice. And they're different sizes and go different directions. And so we're just going to add some of those in. I think we need some that are hanging down a little bit. I think this one should go down there a little bit. It's kind of a wild plant, isn't it? And then if we want to, we've got these little leaves that are also from the Fabulous Florals that we can just add a couple here and there. But I think it's getting too busy. So I'm going to take those ones off. The poppy set is really pretty. I love the poppy set too. I'm thinking this one needs a few less leaves because it does seem a little wild. I like that though. Do you like that? Okay, let's try this out.
Nikki says Dairy Queen has a really good mango slushy.
Oh, Nikki, that sounds really good. I could definitely go for a mango slushy about now.
Christopher says hi.
Hi, Christopher. We are playing with many, many dyes from spring to summer to, we've got some amazing dyes and I just am having fun showing them off. We've got the baskets, the picnic basket. Is picked with for a basket to go with the other one. All right, let's see. Once we have our base of leaves down, we can kind of from there. I think we might need one leaf back in a minute. Let's put a foam square on one. I think we'll save that one for the front since I already glued it. And let's put this one in the back, but let's put a little square on that one. Oh, knocked over my glue. Okay, so that I think is a good place to start for this one. I think we can just glue this one directly to these leaves here. And then this one we'll put some foam on. What was I doing? That one doesn't look like it's very straight on there either, but that's okay. This is a good example of what I was talking about because I feel like this one needs to stay up a little bit more. Oops. So we're going to layer foam squares so that that one stays kind of even with that. Okay. Now we can see where we want our last few. I feel like we need one right there, and I think that one needs a foam. This one does not. And we have one last one that maybe will slide under there. Yep, I think that works right there. All right, I got to slide it under the petal, but not under the leaf. And I keep grabbing both. There we go. All right, so there is the basic part of our card. Now we just need to get a few little things on there. I think we need a sentiment, and I think we might need just a couple of little embellishments. I'm going to put my pin back in my glue before I forget. All right, so let me see. I grabbed my conversation clippings from the Oz release, but I'm not sure. Let me see if they're big enough.
Honestly, by this point in the project, I have flour and more flour stuck to me.
Oh, Donna, you are so sweet. I think you wouldn't. I think you would be just fine. But I get it. I'm surprised I made it. Okay, I kind of like this thing with this. And I think, let me see. Let me grab one quick thing and then I'll decide if that is going to be where we go with that. Like I said, I had everything except my sentiment ready. So I really love this stamp set. This is the Birdhouse's stamp set. And honestly, my brother teases me because whenever I get on, I say hello, hello, hello. And so he says, you didn't say it this time. So that one kind of it just is near and dear to me just because my brother just really likes it when I say that, apparently. And so maybe we'll just use that one because it seems to fit there just perfectly. And now I'm just trying to figure out if it's going to work in my MISTI with all those layers, or if I want to put, let's see, we've already got our circle dies out. We could use those. I got to debate for a second. Should we try the MISTI? Let's try the MISTI. All right. Everybody say a little silent prayer that this works. Because now this is the worst when you have your project all done except that. And I am the worst about doing my sentiment very last and not putting it, like not having it all figured out first. Some people do their cards around their sentiment, and I just tend to do the sentiment last. So we're going to take a chance. And if it doesn't work, I guess we could always go back and put something over the top. But let's all hope that we don't have to. Oh, my magnets are sticking together. I'm just going to put these ones on there as well to make sure nothing moves. All right. Should be interesting. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Donna. Okay. let me grab my ink. Did I put my ink back? Nope, it should be here. I've just put something on top of it, that's all. Okay. I'm going to have to push kind of hard, I think, just so that it reaches the paper. Because we have all those foam squares in there. We even double did it on one of them. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's try it again. I actually like that it's directly on there. I just would have done it first if I'd thought ahead better. All right, let's see how it's looking. Oh, good. Okay, I'm happy with that. And I'm not going to push my luck. So we're going to call that good. And now we just need to add a couple of little extra somethings, and we've got it. So let's grab some, let's try some dots. You know how I love my dots. See if I've got those handy. Excuse me while I grab some. Oh, that'll work.
Henry said the stamp center didn't work. You can always put a circle on top with no center.
Yep, definitely, Anne Marie. Yep, Donna, I was too. Trust me, I was. Whew, that was one of those moments where you're just like, okay. All right, I think that's good. I think we don't need too much more than that. I think that these will bring the little embellishments, kind of bring your eye back into the flowers. You could add some more little embellishments inside of the flowers if you wanted, but I think I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. And I hope that you'll take a look at some of this. If you haven't picked up any of these things, I love each of the items that I used tonight. I think that each of them have so many uses and are so versatile that definitely I hope that you'll check them out. All right. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I had so much fun creating with you, and I enjoy doing this every week, and I enjoy visiting. So I hope that you will be with me next week as well. And I will talk to you then. Bye.